Good afternoon. Hey Kat, thank you for the heart. Oh, let me pin this. I decided to come on today and do the Daily Tea live. Shit, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. How's everybody doing this afternoon? So my daily teas are my daily energy updates that I usually post. I usually post videos here on TikTok as well as over on YouTube. I do my extended videos over there daily. And I was just guided to do today's live, and then I'll upload it afterwards. So there's a lot of messages that are coming out, and I'm just going to get straight into it. And if anybody pops on later and misses some of it, they can always go back to the channel. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for all of the beautiful hearts. I hope everyone's doing well. Lots of activations coming in right now. The first card we have out talks about your expression. It's the throat chakra, number 7, which has been a prominent number for this year. 7 is the number of spirituality. It's also related to like logic and communication, reasoning, your ability to analyze situations. And the throat chakra is your energetic center that contains your ability to communicate effectively, as well as, as to be heard and, to be understood. So when you have a blocked throat chakra, you might not be able to express yourself, you might not be able to communicate things, and there's a number of reasons we might have a blocked throat chakra. One of them being, maybe when you grew up, you didn't really feel like you could communicate. You maybe felt unheard. Your parents didn't really allow you to speak, maybe, or it could have been something like just a certain situation or relationship that you had got into, and for whatever reason you just felt like you couldn't really communicate or speak your truth. So the overall energy of this reading is around expressing your divinity, expressing yourself in a clear way, and also of like being heard. Okay. The second card that we have out here is the solar plexus chakra, radiant illumination. This is number 4. Number 4 talks about creating stability. It talks about building a solid foundation, and your solar plexus is just above your navel, a couple inches, and it's your center of power, of being in your power. And these two kind of go hand in hand, right? Because if you can't speak your truth, or if you can't communicate effectively, you're not going to be really in your power. This also brings this energy of illumination, of like these activations that I've been talking about and many of the collective has been talking about, of these like downloads of information that are readily available for those that are open and in this state of allowance. So this is a really activating time. It's a powerful time to get into alignment, and to step into your power, and to recognize your divinity as well. Because as I'm about to get into, there's a lot of very divine aspects that are coming through. I just keep seeing it like the opportunity to activate your genius. And yes, we do have a full moon on the 3rd, I believe. So yeah, right now I'm doing the daily tea. If you would like to book a reading, you can message me, okay? The next card we have out is Furry and Feathered Friends. Number 27 breaks down to a 9. The 9 is the number of manifestation, right? I feel this is, for those that are open, some of these activations, these downloads of information are coming through the animals. Different spirit animals and guides will come along on your journey and teach you things. So make sure that you are open and available and paying attention to what animals cross your path. I always like to, especially if something kind of like stands out to me, which I'm always looking, but I will just contemplate like the meaning of that animal, like what's their purpose, right? What do they stand for? What do they symbolize? And in there, you can take that as a metaphor for something that you can use to grow. Okay. The next card we have out is the root chakra. This was coming in really strong as I was preparing for this reading. I always like to kind of like center myself and connect in. And I just really felt my root being activated as I did this morning. It's number 2, which talks about the polarities, right? We are an earth of polarities. We have the North Pole, the South Pole. We're magnetic beings as well. And this is where we get the dark and the light, all of the opposites, right? There's all of these, to every up, there's a down, or inside out, however you want to look at it. So it's going to be important that you do stay, your root is located at the base of your spine. So, you know, right down a few inches below the belly button right there. And one thing that I like to do to activate my root, you can just take a couple breaths and picture or imagine like roots coming out of you and connecting into the ground. And you can literally feel that shit. It's really dope. And yeah, it's your intention, right? So, you know, you want to get rooted, you want to get grounded, intend that shit. You know what I mean? Like, allow me to grow some roots, and you can do it in a myriad of ways, right? I like to also, you can use light. Light is a really powerful tool for grounding, connecting. I always like to connect to the central sun, and yeah, there's just so many different ways that you can ground in, and it's in that grounding in that place, it's when you're in your place of center, right? And in your place of center is when we allow for these activations to come through. The next card that came out, number 36, again breaking down to another number 9, Manifestia. And this talks about your ability to manifest, your ability to create, your ability to use your words in a very conscious way to create the reality that you want. And the next card that came out, they kind of came out together, so I'm going to speak on it now, and I'll kind of go back and forth between the two, is healing. And when it came out flying. Healing is number 30, which breaks down to a 3, the mind, body, soul connection, right? The Trinity. And since the healing card like literally flew out and flew on the floor, which is, to me, it's a reversal when they fly out on the ground. So there's something here in these two energies of Manifestia and healing where it's like, make sure that you are remembering what you're wanting to heal, right? Don't let it slip away. I feel like for some this has to do, or for many, a lot of us are in one shape or another, it all kind of boils down to our habits, right? Changing the way we're thinking, changing and actually implementing that change, going through with it, taking action, right? So don't forget your healing journey. Because again, there's just these beautiful activations, downloads, information, if you will, that is available, that will help with your healing. It will help with your manifestation journey. But it's an inward first experience, right? You have to inwardly change your world in order to change your outer physical reality. You got to get your shit right first, right? Get your house in order. And then we've got heart chakra. If you would like a paid reading, you can message me and we can set that up, okay? I'm not sure if I might have time. All right. The next card is heart chakra. Number 5 talks about change. It talks about transformation, transition, and it's unfurling back to love. And it actually has a dragonfly on it, which is dragonflies and butterflies are both like metamorphosis, change, right? They come from the chrysalis and then they turn into this beautiful being with wings. So they come from earth, being earthbound to air. So it's like coming from the physical into the etheric, right? It's like a physical transformation of your mind, which results in the transformation of your actual physical reality as well. And then we have number 35, luminescence. And 35 breaks down to an 8. This is about your self-love. Your I see this literally as like your activations of all of these energy centers, bringing balance and just restoring wholeness. And it looks like she is actually working with energy. She's got her hands in a way where she's, if you've ever made like an energy ball with your hands, right? You could do it right now. If you just heat up your hands a little bit, and I like to do this, I learned this from Qigong. There's many ways that you can activate the meridians, and then you just pull very slowly and you'll be able to start to feel your own energy. It looks like in her energy, in her hands is this activated heart, and she's in this water, which is emotion, right? Water symbolizes how we feel. So it's like it almost looks like she's activating the water that she's in, and we have the dragonflies here as well as the lotuses. The lotus blooms in murky waters, right? So, and there's this energy that's starting to come through about shadow work and the don't put it off. It's just that energy, like you might get, especially, in summer months when, there's a lot going on. Just don't forget what you're actually working on, right? And then we have internal explorer, which is a number 32, breaking down to another number 5, change, transition. And on the bottom we have 43, she of the lotus, breaking down to a 7, another number 7. So lots of 5s, 4s, and 7s here. In fact, I think they're all, and there's a 3. Again, the lotus blooms in murky water, so I feel like this is about taking your experiences that might be maybe rooted in conflict and transforming them. Like, how can you, once you realize that your outer physical reality is an emanation of your inner world, you can choose to start looking at things in a different light, and then watch the transformation that comes from it. So maybe there's an experience or a conflict or, something where you can think about, okay, like for example, maybe your father-in-law is very negative and always, kind of bringing you down. So there's one perspective that says, okay, I just am not going to be around him at all, right? There's another perspective that's like, I'm going to allow him to fuck with my energy, and every time he comes around, I'm going to end up in a shitty ass mood. There's another perspective that says, okay, I understand that he's probably gone through a lot, and I can recognize that his words and his actions are emanations of unhealed trauma-based projections, right? So I'm going to choose to hold space for him, and I'm not going to allow him to take my power. In fact, I'm going to claim that my power is so powerful that it can change his shitty ass attitude. Every day he comes along, I'm going to lift him up, and I'm going to find a way to pull him out of that, and maybe even make him recognize how lovely it is on this other side. You know what I mean? This is just an example, but it's like, you can choose to look at situations differently, and it will change. You know what I mean? You don't have to be stuck in that story that you're telling. Hi, Nyla. Nala. Yeah, if you missed it, I'm almost done. I don't want to keep it too long because I want to be able to upload it. It will be on my YouTube channel, which is linked in my bio. Powerful messages coming through. The internal explorer is really just letting us know how important it is to remain in a open and conscious state, right? We are in charge of our own emotions. We are in charge of our own thoughts, and it's the thoughts that you choose, or it's you run off past programs because you had an experience that made you look at something in a certain way, right? So it's about becoming more conscious of our thoughts, choosing how we're looking at shit instead of being stuck in those old programs, right? So you can just look at whatever brings you chaos or whatever makes you feel that tense, tight feeling. Look at how you're looking at that situation, and why does it say permanent ban will ensure if live video doesn't end within 5 minutes? Okay. I'm gonna end this video because I don't know what that is, and I don't want to get banned. But I'll come back on. Okay, sorry. I don't know what the heck. Freaking TikTok. All right, love you guys. Well, it's, I don't know. Are you sure? Okay. Are you, I'm gonna trust you guys. Don't end. Okay. I'm gonna block this guy. I'm gonna see if I can block it. Thank you guys. I'm so no, I don't want to add blocked keywords. What the End it. They're trying to get me banned. Get me banned for what? What did I do? I think I hope you guys are right. I blocked them. I'm so confused. Has that been happening a lot? I haven't been on very much this week. Okay. All right. Coming back. Okay, so look, that was a prime example, right? So I could have either chosen to get scared and end the video, or stick around, listen to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a different way of looking at things. And yeah, I just feel like this is about really choosing to look at things in a way that brings about better, happier, more joyful experiences in your life. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I'm such a sucker sometimes. Well, the last time they really did ban me, and it was really bogus. I don't know if you guys remember that. Anyway, thank you for the roses, Jesse. I'm gonna get a couple more cards out here for the collective. We've got a tall tale. Why does this not even surprise me? Thank you for becoming a member. Oh, we've all got demons, love. It's an emanation of the dark. So by you talking about demons, you're pulling demons into your existence. I don't give them power over me. Thank you for the follow. I know. It's all good. A tall tale talks about telling a new story. Exactly what we were talking about, right? It's number 35, breaking down to an 8, which is like the infinite, the all. It's your connectedness, and what's coming through now is your Ashaic records, and for somebody, you might find this useful to choose to pull upon your records, right? So if you think about, and I can vouch for the records, like the records are very true, and oh my god. It takes for you to really come into that state of meditation, right? Once you go deep enough and you can get used to meditation, you can start pulling from the Akash. The Akash is a book, if you will. It's the records of all of the experiences that we've had collectively. And a tool that I've found really helpful is you can think about that experience that you want and literally pull from the Akash, pull that vibration in, right? It's your intention. So doing this is like a little ritual in itself, just choosing to pull that in, and then you can like feel it come over your whole body. You can one thing I like to do is like see it expanding out, right? So you can see the vibration around you, feel it, and then allow it. You can even pull in light. Again, light is really powerful. I was talking about that earlier. And you can see the light just like going out further and further, like across your house, across your city, across your country, and then, you know, all the way. I don't know why that's coming through. Somebody might find that beneficial. It's very similar to like quantum jumping. Like if you've ever seen, they have like the water that you can use to quantum jump. So you, and there's many different ways. I'm sure it's all about your intention and the vibration, right? So any way that you can find to pull that vibration of that outcome that you actually want into your experience. So you can, again, use your energy centers. And do you know what quantum physics is? So quantum physics, it's being proved now that when we focus upon something is when it is, right? So, and the power of our actual energetic centers. So you can take a glass of water and you can write down, and you can look up, there's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. You can write down what you want, and just like speak about it over the water, or I haven't done it in a while, but there's a bunch of really cool ways. And basically what you're doing is you're putting the vibration in that water with your intention, and then you drink it. It's really cool, really cool. Let's get some tarot. I wonder how long I've been on. We'll just get a couple of cards, and then I'm going to end it so that I can upload it. And I might come back on and I'll do some readings for you guys as well, okay? Pull some cards. All right, any more messages for the collective? Ooh. So the first card out is the Tower. Ooh. Followed by the Seven of Swords. Okay, so the Tower is an energy of kind of like a sudden impact, sudden change, sudden something. It's usually messy. And then with the Seven of Swords, the good thing about the Tower, though, is it comes with revelation. Like, after the Tower comes, like, information or understandings, learning experiences. And then the Seven of Swords is, like, getting away with something. Somebody around you could feel like they're a little sneaky. It's an energy of mischief. Interesting. I'm going to pull some from the angels. I don't feel like the Seven of Swords is your energy, though. I feel like it's an energy that's around you. We got the Two of Air, which talks about indecision or avoidance, confusion. And then the Six of Water, which talks about your memories or like that nostalgia. It's like holding on to someone or something that's sneaky or mischievous because you remember a time when it was good. Or, you know what I mean? It's like you have that maybe even subconscious programming in there where you have that pattern that says it was good, and so it's like that. It's like you're holding on to it because you're remembering that, but there's change here. There's something's shifting or falling apart, being torn apart, perhaps. We got the Ten of Fire came out. It flew out on the ground. So again, to me, the Ten of Fire is like the epitome of the Ten of Wands, which would be needing to unburden yourself. And in reverse, it's telling me that you are unburdening yourself. Whether you did it or not, whether it was in your power or whether the universe just kind of made it happen, it's this energy of healing after, like the healing that is coming from this ending. Because tens are completion, so there was an ending here of some sort. Interesting. And then we got the Ten of Earth that flew out on the floor again. So again, another 10. There's definitely been an ending here. The Ten of Earth, somebody's money could have been impacted, or your security. There's an energy of worry here, of lack. And then we got the renewal. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's like, yeah, shit is shifting. Shit is changing. But look what comes out of it. This renewal, this rebirth, like I said, with the Tower always comes revelation. Like this is an ending that needed to take place so that you could step into this energy of self-evaluation. And again, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier in remembering or realizing how you're looking at things, right? It's like, which story are you going to tell? Are you going to tell a story of renewal, of rebirth? Are you going to look at what got you there? What mode of thinking got you there in the first place? Were you allowing people to treat you some type of way? But it just goes back to maybe it was good at first, right? You thought it was something that it wasn't. But there's something to be learned in here. This is a rebirth energy. There's something that you're discovering about yourself through this darkness, through this shadow. I'm going to get some moon magic cards to wrap it up. I don't want to make this too long. Was hoodwinked, yeah. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. I am connected to the earth and life all around me. I am connected to the earth and life all around me. That goes back to the root and to the solar plexus and to your inner connection, the reminder of how important that is, and how important your healing process is. Right? Don't forget your healing process. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Death isn't real. I seek truth and act upon my realizations. I know those are backwards. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting. Please make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's linked in my bio. Hit the notifications bell if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. If you would like to book a private reading with me, just message me, reach out, and we'll set it up. Thank you guys. I'll be back.